Hi all, PT3, how are you? I hope you are all in good conditions ya. It's Miss Watwan and this is our material for Thursday 26th of March 2020. Okay, we're going to talk about present perfect continuous still in unit 4. Okay, the first is the usage. When we are going to make a sentence of present perfect continuous, we will use have or has plus been and plus the ing form. Okay, remember for have, we use it for the subject of I, you, we, they, and plural things, while the has is used for the subject of he, she, it, and singular things. Okay, this is the example. Present perfect continuous is used for long actions that started in the past and continue until now or still in progress. The example, I have been living in Jakarta for 3 years. The meaning is in the blue one. I moved to Jakarta in 2017 and until now in 2020 I still live in Jakarta. Okay, now is 2020, right? And the action started in 2017 in the past. Okay, I moved to Jakarta and then still continue until 3 years until now in 2020. Okay. Number 2. Actions that has recently stopped and have clear evidence or result now. Example, her eyes are red because she has been crying all evening. Okay, it means she has just stopped crying and her eyes are red now. Okay, in this sentence we have 2 points. The first is action that has recently stopped, and the second is the result that we can see now. What do you think is the action that has recently stopped from this sentence? Yes, it's crying. Stop crying. Okay. The result of crying all evening is red eyes. Her eyes are red. That's the result. Okay. Next, number 2. I'm tired. I haven't been sleeping well. Means I feel tired now because I did not sleep well. What do you think is the result of the statement? Yes, the result is tired. I'm tired. Why am I tired? Because I did not sleep well. Okay. Next. Here. This is the example of the negative form of present perfect continuous. We need not after have or has. Okay. Still using been and verb ing. Example number 1. I have not been studying enough for the test. Number 2. It has not been raining for a very long time. Number 3. They haven't been waiting here for 2 hours. 4. She hasn't been teaching since July. Okay, you can see the difference between number 1 and 2 and number 3 and 4. Number 1 and 2 use long form of have not and has not. Okay, while number 3 and 4 use short form. Have not become haven't, has not become hasn't. Both forms are correct. Okay, but have not or the long form is for formal writing, while the short form is for informal writing. Later in your book, student book and workbook, you can use the short form. Okay. This is yes no questions with present perfect continuous. Okay. The first example, have you been waiting here for 2 hours? Number 2, has she been cooking since this morning? Okay, so yes no question for present perfect continuous is started with have or has, followed by the subject, and keep using been and verb 3. Verb ing. Yeah, verb ing. And then, hasn't he been working? Okay, so you can also make a yes no question started in negative. Okay, like this. Hasn't he been working? Okay. The fourth one, have they been studying enough for the test? Okay, it's same like number 1 and 2. Okay, and then the answer, of course, is adjusted with the questions. Because this is yes no questions, the answer can be yes or no, and then don't forget with use comma, and then don't forget using the subject, and then has or have, depend on the subject, or hasn't or haven't, depend on the subject. Okay, next. We can form WH questions with present perfect continuous. Okay, remember the WH words? They are why, what, where, who, which, when. Okay, these are the example. Some examples. Number 1, why has she been crying? Okay, number 2, what games have you been playing? Number 4, where have they been traveling? Next, who have been cooking since this morning? Okay, start with WH questions and then followed by has, and then the subject. Keep using been and verb ing. Okay, for what here, the sentence, the questions here, after what, after the WH word, followed by the object first, then have, and then the subject, and then been and verb ing. Okay, continue. We usually ask how long with present perfect continuous. These are the example. Number 1, how long have you been living in Jakarta? How long has he been studying? Or how long has she been working here? Okay, so with how long followed by have or has, remember depend on the subject. Okay, and then keep using been and verb ing. Okay, continue here. Next is the time signals. We use 2 time signals for present perfect continuous. They are since and for. Okay, when we use since, it is followed by starting point. It can be a time or a date, while for is followed by period of time. We can see the examples here. Number 1, they have been reading in the library for an hour. Okay, so the meaning is they're still reading now. Okay, they're still reading now. They haven't stopped reading in the library. Okay, remember, see, for an hour is period of time. Okay, number 2, he has been studying since 8 a.m. Okay, means he is still studying now. Okay, he started studying at 8 a.m. and until now he is still studying. Okay, see, since followed by a time. Yeah, next, I've been working in this company for 2 years. Means I started working 2 years ago and still working here until now. Okay, same. So actually it's quite similar with our first example, yeah. But in here we use for. Oh, same. In the first example also use for, right? I've been living in Jakarta for 3 years. Same like for. So the illustration of this example is quite same with the first example that we read before. Okay. Next is here. She's been cooking since this morning. Okay, means she hasn't stopped and is still cooking in the afternoon. Okay, so she started cooking in the morning and she is still cooking in the afternoon. Okay, and then since followed by a time, this morning. Okay, meanwhile for followed by a period of time, 2 years. Next, here, stative verbs. Why we learn about stative verbs here? Here, because stative verb is non-action verbs that express perception and relation, and it cannot be used with the ing form. Stative verbs can be used with present perfect and not present perfect continuous. Okay, because we are talking about present perfect continuous, so we cannot use stative verb. Okay, this is the example of stative verbs here. Kinds of stative verbs: perception and relation. Okay, perception means what people think. These are some words or some verbs that the meaning is perception. While the second one is relation, between the things. Okay, these are some of the verbs. Okay, about relation. And this one is the example of the use of stative verb. I have wanted to visit Vietnam for years. Okay, this is the correct one. I have been wanting to visit Vietnam for years. That's wrong. We cannot use ing with want because want is stative verb. Okay, want is included in perception. Want. Okay, you cannot use want with ing like this. Okay, so it's wrong. Okay, it can only be used for present perfect simple. Okay, next is this. We've understood the situations. See, this is present perfect, right? We've been understanding the situation is wrong because understanding is the word of perception here. Understanding. Yeah, we cannot use we've been understanding the situation, but we've understood the situation. Remember, for present perfect we use past participle, so not understanding but understood, not understand but understood. Okay, but we're talking about present perfect continuous, yeah, so focus on present perfect continuous. Okay, these are the example of the use of stative verbs. Okay, now is the task. Okay, please do your student book page 35 and workbook page 32. Okay, you can look up your dictionary and student book or grammar builder in your book to refresh or recall your memory about present perfect continuous. Okay, so you can use any sources that you have, and please do your task well and submit before next Tuesday. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day, guys. See you again. I hope I can see you soon. Bye bye.